Hey, blessed morning, Grateful God family. Welcome back to the Grateful God Sports Huddle. About to get directly to the daily verse, and then I'll be going over the sports rundown. Daily verse for the day of July 22nd, 2023, derives from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 16, and it states as follows. And when you fast, don't make it obvious as the hypocrites do, for they try to look miserable and disheveled, so people will admire them for their fasting. I tell you the truth, that this is the only reward they will ever get. Amen. And again, from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 16. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the sports rundown, first of all, I want to go back to Thursday and say I apologize to the Women's FIFA World Cup because I was not aware of the beginning of the FIFA World Cup. I know I heard about it a couple weeks back, but I never saw the official date. But the official date for the FIFA World Cup kicked off on July 20th. So this past Thursday, which was the Sports Huddle. So I did not cover it, but from here on out, from July 20th through August 20th, I will have FIFA World Cup updates for the women. So I will have that going today on the podcast as well, going forward on the Sports Huddle until the 20th of August. And I let you know. So this morning for the rundown, though, I have NFL offseason news, again, the Women's FIFA World Cup, the WNBA, the Big Three League, and the MLB. Alrighty. So getting directly to the NFL offseason news, the Washington Commanders were sold for $6 billion to some type of group. I think it consists of like 20 plus people in a group. So the Commanders sold for $6 billion. Melvin Gordon was signed by the Ravens. Longtime Chargers running back Melvin Gordon was signed by the Ravens on a 1-year, $3 million deal. So we shall see how that works out with the Ravens this year, having a more productive, running back room with J.K. Dobbs. He was hurt for a while, but now he's back, and Melvin Gordon as well is not a bad compliment as well. So moving on to the results from the FIFA World Cup last couple of days. Alrighty. Let's see. Here we go. So on July 20th, we had, again, July 20th were the games that kicked off. So the first game of the FIFA World Cup, we're currently in the grouping stages. Grouping stages will go from July 20th through August 3rd. So we had New Zealand defeat Norway 1-0. We had Australia defeat the Republic of Ireland 1-0. We had Nigeria and Canada tie. That was on Thursday, July 20th games. Then for Friday, July 21st games, we had Switzerland defeat the Philippines 2-0. We had Spain defeat Costa Rica 3-0. And we had the USA women's teams, who are the back-to-back world FIFA World Cup champions. They defeated Vietnam 3-0. Today's games, we currently have 2 games that have been played already. We have England currently playing Haiti, and they're in the extra. They have extra minutes in the penalty. They are at the 90th minute, but they have to go to 94 minutes, and England is leading 1-0. Japan defeated Zambia 5-0 earlier. And in 30 minutes at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have China going up against Denmark. For Sunday games kick off at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1. We have Sweden going up against South Africa. Then we have the Netherlands going up against Portugal at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1 as well. And then we have Jamaica going up against France at 6 a.m. on Fox for Sunday games. So make sure you check out these weekend games. Again, games will be going all week, literally Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, through the whole week, leading all the way up to August 3rd. So again, we'll have nonstop games for the FIFA World Cup for the grouping stage from July 20th through August 3rd, 2023. So make sure y'all tune in on the daily. Again, I will have updates on Thursdays and Saturdays on the sports huddles, and I'll keep you posted. Shout out to the USA, man. Continue to go dominate and put on for the country. So, alrighty. And score update, England just defeated Haiti 1-0. Alrighty, moving on to the WNBA. WNBA recap from this week. From Friday games. Let's see. Let's go back to Thursday. Thursday games, we had the Kinetic Sun defeat the Atlanta Dream 82-71. We had the Lynx defeat the Sparks 73-70. We had the Mercury defeat the Chicago Sky 80-62. And we had the Las Vegas Aces defeat the Seattle Storm 79-63. A recap of last night's games, we had the New York Liberty defeat the DC Mystic 96-87. For today's games, games kick off at 1 p.m. The first game of the day will be the Atlanta Dream hosting the Kinetic Sun on ESPN at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have the Las Vegas Aces going up against the Minnesota Lynx at 3 p.m. on ESPN. And for tonight's games, we have the LA Sparks going up against the Dallas Wings. That game will be on Twitter tonight at 8 p.m. And then we have the Chicago Sky going up against the Seattle Storm at 9 p.m. on NBA TV tonight. So make sure y'all tune into those games as well. Moving on to Sunday games, CBS and NBA TV will be hosting these games. The first game is at 1 p.m. on CBS Eastern Standard Time. Will be the Phoenix Mercury going up against the DC Mystic. And then we have the Indiana Fever going up against the New York Liberty at 3 p.m. on NBA TV. So those are the weekend games this weekend for the WNBA. Moving on to the Big Three. The Big Three League will be in Miami this Sunday. The Big Three League is going into Week 5. Week 5 is here. Again, tip-off kicks off tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Miami. You can check your local CBS channels in the Florida area for live games, and most likely the games will be aired back on one of the local sports channels later on this week. So again, Week 5 is here. Week 5 kicks off tomorrow at the Cassia Center in Miami, Florida, where the Miami Heat play. We have the Killer Threes going up against Enemies. Then we have Power going up against Ghost Ballers. We have the Bivovac going up against Three's the Company. We have the Three-Headed Monster going up against the Ball Hogs. We have Tri-State going up against Trilogy. And for the last game on Sunday, we have the Triplets going up against the... What was this team? Hold on. The Aliens. Okay. Yeah, so, again, make sure y'all tune into this week. Week 5 is in Miami. If you're looking ahead, you want to get some tickets for Week 6 games. Week 6 will be in Boston, Massachusetts. Again, Week 6 will be in Boston. So just make sure you check that out. It's going to be in Boston Week 6. And I just actually seen here that Week 7 will actually be in North Carolina in Charlotte. So, we haven't seen the matchups yet, but, I definitely want to be able to try to get my family down there so we can see some be a part of the festivities and be a part of the great, just what Ice Cube and his partner are doing down there with sports. So, man, I love it. Alrighty. Moving on to the Major League Baseball for this week. Again, we have some boxing matches coming up next week. Throughout the week, I will be recapping them on Thursday. I believe we do have a championship fight before then on Tuesday, so I will let y'all know. Okay, moving back on to Thursday games, we had the Braves defeat the Diamondbacks 7-5. We had the Brewers defeat the Phillies 4-0. We had the Reds defeat the Giants 5-1. We had the Blue Jays defeat the Padres 4-0. We had the White Sox defeat the Mets 6-2. We had the Tigers defeat the Royals 3-0. We had the Mariners defeat the Twins 5-0. We had the Orioles defeat the Tampa Bay Rays in extra innings 4-3. We had the Cardinals defeat the Cubs 7-2. And we had the Astros defeat the Athletics 3-1. Moving on to Friday's games. Recap of last night. We had the Braves defeat the Brewers 6-4. We had the Cubs defeat the Cardinals 4-3. We had the Rays defeat the Orioles 3-0. We had the Rockies defeat the Marlins 6-1. We had the Padres defeat the Tigers 5-4. We had the Yankees defeat the Royals 5-4. We had the Nationals defeat the Giants 5-3. We had the Red Sox defeat the Diamondbacks 9-3. We had a suspension game from the Mets and the Red Sox. They will play again today at 2:10 p.m. The score was 4-3 from the Mets over the Red Sox, but that game again will continue today at 2 p.m. on it doesn't have a broadcaster, but the game will resume today at 2:10. Then we had the Guardians defeat the Phillies 6-5. We had the Dodgers defeat the Rangers 11-5. We had the Twins defeat the White Sox 9-4. We had the Angels defeat the Pirates 8-5. The Astros over the Athletics 6-4, and the Mariners defeated the Blue Jays 3-2. So again, Brewers Braves will be on Fox tonight at 7:15 p.m. Then we have the Royals going up against the Yankees, the Rockies going up against the Marlins, the Cardinals going up against the Cubs, the Dodgers going up against the Rangers, the Diamondbacks going up against the Reds, the Orioles going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, the Blue Jays going up against the Mariners, Padres going up against the Tigers, Giants going up against the Nationals, the Mets and the Red Sox have a doubleheader at 7:10 p.m. on FS1. Then we had the Phillies going up against the Guardians, the White Sox going up against the Twins, the Astros going up against the Athletics, and the Pirates going up against the Angels. So again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all email me about some new sports that y'all want to get, want to have information and news about. Again, the college football kickoff is 39 days away, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have NFL kickoff in about 6 weeks. 6 weeks here, so make sure y'all, about 7 weeks here, and make sure y'all tune in. Again, training camp starts for the Eagles this Tuesday, I believe, coming up. So I'm truly excited to see them back on the field. Just, having them back in the office, media, all that type of stuff, man. So I'm just looking forward to the season, both for the Bulldogs and the Eagles. It's gonna be dope. So again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on all major podcast platforms: Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, any other major podcast platform. Just Google Grateful Gap Podcast. Again, follow me on all major podcast platforms. Check me out on YouTube as well at Grateful Gap Podcast. And other than that, Grateful Gap family, y'all have a blessed today. Give God glory for today, and let's make the best of it. Until next time, y'all. Peace.